things are good outlook for DC Solar, but in relatively short order, cracks are starting to show in DC Solar's business.
Oh no.
Yeah, the fall after the deal with Sherwin Williams closed, the paint company sent some people to DC Solar's facility to check out their investment.
Okay.
One of DC Solar's sales executive noticed something a little bit strange about the solar eclipse generators. Quote, only the first most visible rows of the generators were fully assembled. The generators in the rows behind, some 2/3 of the total generators, were in various states of incompletion, though you might not notice if you didn't know what to look for. Jeff, you have rows and rows of unfinished generators you're presenting as finished, the executive recalled telling Carpoff. You don't worry about that, Carpoff replied. Classy.
I bet that's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like.
Also, classy. Good. That's good. That's a good business leader. Shut the and get back to selling some generators. So mind your business. On top of that, there were some performance issues.
Oh,
some examples include power cutting out and plunging into darkness the makeup trailers for Disney's Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
That is a bad day.
At an MTV concert, Pink's trailer went without air conditioning.
Oh, that's a bad day too. Ooh.
Some entrepreneurs who thought the generators might aid in disaster relief were surprised to find that plugging in a single hairdryer tipped the breaker. And if you've ever
I'm no electrician, but that's a bad sign.
I've never been in a hurricane, but I got to assume if you've been in a hurricane, you kind of need a hairdryer. I mean, I don't, but I'd say many people do.
Because of the rain.
And the hair.
Right.
And then if your generator just won't even, I mean, it's like, why even have it?
Yeah, but please, hopefully you're not standing in flood waters while you're trying to blow dry your hair.
True. Good point. That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah.
That will also be on the CPE quiz. But all of these performance issues really weren't a problem. When malfunctions happened, DC Solar had a plan B, and that plan B was just to back up the solar generators with diesel-powered generators because, it's a principles-based business.
Right,
so
that's clearly.
Just go,
let's just go get the gas.
Mission, vision, values, it all just aligns perfectly. Finally, to make matters even worse, the company had a difficult time getting anyone to commit to their long-term leases of the generators.
Okay.
So remember, the revenue from the leases was supposed to finance the 70% of the generators purchase, and DC Solar was going to pay its customer any excess cash that they received from said leases on top of the 70% that they were repaying on behalf of those customers. And if the company couldn't make that work, then they'd just have a bunch of generators just sitting around collecting dust. And if those generators were sitting around collecting dust, then DC Solar's customers couldn't claim the tax credits even. And if no one could claim the tax credits, then DC Solar might not have very many customers for very much longer.